Let me ask, how many of you actually never heard about what a DTM is or what DTM stands for? First of all, I would like to explain what is a DTM and what does it stand for. DTM is a distinguished Toastmaster, as here, it says here, distinguished Toastmaster. So what is distinguished Toastmaster? What does it stand for? Distinguished Toastmaster is a designation in Toastmaster. It's the highest designation, honor, or bestowed to Toastmaster member. You get DTM at the end of your journey in Toastmaster if there is something that you want to achieve, because this is optional. And how many % of Toastmaster actually get a DTM? So if anyone can guess, how many % of Toastmaster get a DTM? So you can unmute yourself. Any guess? 5%?
20%.
3%.
20%? Okay. There is only 1% of DTM of Toastmaster. So you can imagine this is a very honor and very prestigious designation that you can get in Toastmaster. But is it really worth it to get DTM? Why do you want to be a DTM? Well, like when we go to school, we want to have a destination, right? Like I mentioned, we have 11 pathways. It's like a major in a university. And the same like in a university to get your degree, there are certain requirements that you have to do, and then you have a major that you have to take. So a DTM is something which will help you to grow as a good or excellent communicator and leader. Because the journey itself to become a DTM, many people said, is a life-changing. So not just the destination, but it's the journey that will take you there is very enlightening. For me itself, when I joined Toastmaster, I have no intention and I didn't even know what DTM is, because when I joined Toastmaster, I feel like I just want to improve my communication skill. I didn't even know about leadership skill when I joined Toastmaster. But my mentor opened my mind and see a new horizon about DTM. So on one occasion, she explained to me what a DTM is, and that opening up and make me more motivated to get involved in Toastmaster. So I hope that I want to pass that on to all of you, because many of Maranatha members, we have 11 new members since I become president, and I would like to open up your horizon as well. I would like to pay it forward because I have received the benefit of somebody opening up the door for me. So here, as when we want to get a degree, we have a certain path or requirements that we have to achieve. And these are the summary of what you need to get a DTM. First of all, you need to complete 2 pathways. You can choose any pathway as long as you complete 2 pathways. And once you complete level 1, you can ask to open for DTM project, but you can do it later. But at least you can ask the Toastmaster International Headquarters to launch your DTM project. In addition to 2 pathways, you need to be a club sponsor or speechcraft coordinator or youth leadership program. Now let me explain, especially for the new members, what club sponsor or speechcraft or youth leadership program means. Club sponsor is when you charter a new club, then to help the new club being chartered, registered to the TI, to the headquarters, to get the members, because to charter a club, you need 20 members. Then usually when we charter a club, we are allowed to have 2 club sponsors and 2 club mentors. So it means as a club sponsor, you need to charter a new club. But for a Speechcraft, I think many of you here have joined my Speechcraft. We have to hold a Speechcraft, a coordinator. So we cannot be just the guide or the education speaker, but we need to be a coordinator of Speechcraft. And this is not difficult. I think all of you who have joined my Speechcraft, I'm sure that after you see, it's not so difficult to hold a Speechcraft. Or youth leadership program. It's the same like Speechcraft, but this is for the youth. It means like for people under 18 years old. And in addition to that, you need to be a club mentor or club coach. What is club mentor? Club mentor and club coach are 2 different things. Club mentor is you are called club mentor if you are a club mentor of a new club. It means a newly chartered club. Then you are called club mentor. And you need to mentor that club for 6 months if the club has a meeting on weekly basis, and 12 months if the club has a meeting every 2 weeks. So what is the job of a club mentor? I think if you can imagine when you give birth to a baby, you want the baby to be able to walk, to crawl, to walk, and to be independent. So the job of the club mentor is basically to nourish and nurture the new club, so they can become a club with a strong culture and will be independent after 6 months. It means they can do everything on their own. Yeah. What a club coach is different from a club mentor. Being a club coach, it means that you need to coach a club for 12 months. Why does a club need a club coach? The requirement for a club to have a club coach is if the club has a member of 12 or less, then they are eligible to be coached, and also their status is not distinguished club or higher. It means the distinguished club point is less than 5 and their members is 12 or less. Then it means like this club need help. So that's why they need a coach, someone who can guide them and help them to become a healthy or a better and more lively club. So that's why club coach is needed. And club coach and club mentor usually are experienced Toastmasters. But for you not to worry, because for me, I am here only 2 years and I have been basically doing all of this, except now I'm completing on my district officer. And then the next one is club officer. You need to be a club officer for 12 months, yeah, to be a DTM. So you cannot, if your club has an annual or a 1-year term of officer, you need to be on the whole term of 1 year. But if a club has 6 monthly term for officer, you need 2 consecutive officer appointment. For example, if you are in Maranatha, then you need to be an officer from the 1st of July, 2021 until 30th of June of 2022. And this is uninterrupted. So let's say that if you resign or you decided that you don't want to continue after 3 months, then you don't get any credit. And for people who replace you also do not get any credit because they do not become an officer for the full 12 months. So being an officer required that you are a member as well, because you cannot be an officer without being a member of the club. So once you are an officer, you have to continue your membership until your term is over. Otherwise, for you, it's useless because you will not get officer credit, and also your friend who replaced you also do not get a credit. So I would ask that if you do become a club officer, please do commit to serve for the whole year. And then another requirement is a district officer. So what does it entail, or what is required, or who is the district officer? District officer is an officer which is area director and above, which means area director, division director, and also district director. And the officer under the district director, for example, like the admin manager, the PR manager, the finance manager, those are not qualified. Only the area director, division director, and district director are qualified. And at the moment, I'm working on my district officer. All of this, actually, you don't have to do like you have to finish one and then you can do another. You can do at the same time. And then you have a DTM project. DTM project is a project which you design on your own, but it's something which is beneficial to you and beneficial to Toastmaster or your club. In summary on this, you will need to complete two pathways, being a club sponsor or speechcraft or youth leadership program, a club mentor or a club coach, a club officer, a district officer, and a DTM project to get your DTM. So you can imagine doing all of this basically will polish you for your communication skill and leadership skill. Because here, being a mentor, club coach, club officer, district officer will help you develop your leadership skill. Even in your club sponsor and in your pathway, these are your communication and leadership skill. And then you may ask, so how long does it take to be a DTM? This is the usual or the normal time. To complete two pathways, it could be 2 to 4 years. But now in this pandemic, since we have online meetings, this can be shortened a lot. And a club sponsor or speechcraft or youth leadership program, it could be 6 months to 1 year. And being a club mentor or a club coach, it could be 6 months to 1 year. And then being a club officer is 1 year, and a district officer is 1 year. DTM project can be 6 months to 1 year. So total is about 5 to 8 years. But wait, does it take that long to be a DTM? Well, it's not necessarily, because here I am 2 years now. And by the end of the term, in 30th of June 2022, I will complete all of this requirement. And I have been, at that time, I will be a member of Toastmasters for 2 years and 8 months. So it could be a lot faster. It really depends on your motivation, on your drive, and on your time and energy spent. Because for me, I do 4 pathways in 1.5 years. And then I already did 7 speechcraft. And for the club mentor, I've got 1 credit of club mentor. Presently, I'm doing another club mentor and also a club coach. So for club officer, I had already last year VPE, and this year I am president. And for district officer, then I am currently serving as area director, and I have done my DTM project. So God willing, I will complete all of this DTM requirement by 30th of June 2022. Let's give a round of applause to myself. So God willing that I will complete this requirement. Okay. Next is, these are the benefits of a distinguished Toastmaster. And this I take from the magazine, from Toastmaster magazines, which just published this month. And this is the testimonial. My DTM award is a source of pride for me. It means that I am one of the many people who has successfully leveraged an amazing training program to hone my communication and leadership skills. The process of earning the award naturally helps develop valuable soft skills that members say often aren't easily acquired anywhere else. Some of the skills include being a team player, having emotional intelligence, being adaptable, and having a strong work ethic. Other skills I developed as a member and through the process of earning my DTM include developing a growth mindset, being open to feedback, and becoming an active listener. So achieving the DTM award is not just 3 letters after your name, because the designation of DTM is the journey that matters to get to your DTM designation. So in the process, you will improve yourself, the same like when we get our degree, we have gained our skill, we have gained our knowledge, and it's a journey in itself. And this is another testimonial from Lynn Cantor DTM, a member of Excalibur Speakers in London, England. It is a massive sense of achievement. Earning a DTM also inspires self-confidence and a newfound belief in yourself. Nothing phases me, especially at work, because somewhere along the line, I have already done it. It means I can share my knowledge and experience with others, perhaps even inspire them. This is from the magazine of Toastmaster. So in summary, DTM stands for Distinguished Toastmaster. It's the highest honor that Toastmaster International gave to its member. And being a DTM, you need to complete a certain requirements, which are 2 pathways, being a club sponsor or club speechcraft or youth leadership program, being a club mentor or a club coach, being a club officer and a district officer, and doing a DTM project, then you can apply for your DTM. It's very, very doable. So thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If not, then I wrap it up and thank you everyone. If you have any other questions, please do reach out to me personally and I will try to help you. I hope that it will open up your mind, give you a new horizon to work toward your DTM, as my mentor has helped me to open up my mind. And I was so motivated in Toastmaster. And if you can see, I'm so fired up because I have a vision to achieve.